So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Astonishing History Channel. So, today we are going to explore and dive in about who was Cleopatra. Cleopatra was born on 1609 BC in Egypt, and she was the last Egyptian pharaoh or the last Egyptian queen when she became queen at the age of 14 years old. Her father was drowned, who was Ptolemy the 12th, and at that time she was only 18 to 14 years old when she became the next queen because Cleopatra was married to her brother and also known as her husband, which is very weird. This was the relationship between both brother and sister marriage. Plus, they wanted a divine stronghold of the power throughout the Egyptian dynasty. Now, Cleopatra was a very so beautiful queen, but she had emphasized herself that she could expand the Egyptian empire. Now, in 27 BC, the Roman Empire was founded by Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was the founder of the Roman Empire, and it is also said that Cleopatra had engaged to Julius Caesar, and Julius Caesar had three sons. Although the Cleopatra had three husbands, first one was Ptolemy the 13th, who was her brother, and the second one was Ptolemy the 14th, who was who was her brother or sibling, step sibling, and the last one is Mark Antony. Mark Antony is also the main part of this topic because Mark Antony had fought the battle against Cleopatra for some reason. Now, in the Egyptian Empire, during the time of the Egyptian pharaohs used to utilize themselves with many ways to throughout giving relationships or giving collaborations, giving out with other sources of income circumstances so that they can expand the vast majority of the Egyptian empire. Now, it is said that Cleopatra was a Greek or Egyptian or Roman. Now, in my opinion, Cleopatra was basically a Greek. She was a Greek ruler, and she married two Roman emperors and became half Roman. Cleopatra had a substance. She wanted to admit that her power could be very vast and very hulking. So in the early time of the Roman Empire, she had expanded much of her Egyptian rule and throughout Rome as well. Although Rome was in conflict with many civil wars like Octavius and Julius Caesar at the Battle of Acordius the 30 in 31 BC, and then in the Battle of Phalanxes in 48 BC. Now, now let's go about Julius Caesar this time. If we in 27 BC, Julius Caesar was the founder of the Roman Empire. Before that the Battle of Phasis and the Battle of Acrotum had started, and these both places are in Rome or in Greek. So, now let's go to the Battle of Phasis. The Battle of Phasis was started in 50 BC to 48 BC, around when Cleopatra was still alive. So Cleopatra had fought against the Roman soldiers. Therefore, she had an alliance with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar. So Mark Antony and Julius Caesar were collaborators, but she had more like 80,000 troops at that time and 2,500 uh, elephants mostly. So, if we take the point that the Roman Empire, who were basically Octavius at the time, Octavius had fought by 70,000 troops and they fought against the battle which was fought. A massive bloodshed was occurred during the battle, and when the battle was fought, many people were also killed. Octavius fought the battle. Then later on in 31 BC, the Battle of Octavius, which was against Julius Caesar and Cleopatra. Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, but the things are mixed up. So, however, 50,000 or more than 50,000 troops were fought against Cleopatra, and Cleopatra had the vast majority to attack Julius Caesar. So, however, Cleopatra won many battles, and she also fought against Octavius, Mark Antony. Yeah, Mark Antony and Cleopatra was fought in this battle. But so, however, if we look at Cleopatra's body language, her body way, her reason was to expand her empire and she wanted to grow her own influence on based on the Roman Empire. Now, if you see that Julius Caesar was the founder of the Roman Empire at that time, so Roman Empire, Julius Caesar, he had a ability to challenge Cleopatra. So Julius Caesar is not just a basic name. Julius Caesar is a very famous name. Julius Caesar had fought against many people, many Roman emperors and many governors. Civil wars had occurred in that time, and such bloodshed, massive attacks were fought at the battle during the Roman Empire. But it is also said that Cleopatra was also the descendants or the ancestor who was Alexander the Great, who invaded Persia in around 323 BC, and he died while fighting. So Alexander is the descendants of Cleopatra, just like similar to it like to Babar and Timur. So Cleopatra was also the great granddaughter of you can say Alexander the Great. And as for Julius Caesar had much in circumstances. He also wanted to expand his own Roman Empire, which was founded in 27 BC, and until the year 476 BC, the early Roman Empire was ruled. Then later was divided from 476 to 1453, which was called the Byzantine Empire or the Western Roman Empire. And in 1453, when Sultan Muhammad al-Fatih had fought against the battle at the Battle of Constantinople, the Battle of Fatah in 1453, the Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire had came to an end. Now let's go to the other part where Julius Caesar was the founder. Now, if we look at the time of Julius Caesar, what did Julius Caesar did? Julius Caesar basically he wanted to grow the expansion of the Roman Empire, which happened. Plus, he wanted a relationship with Cleopatra. So Julius Caesar had his own opinion. He wanted his own demand to carry out towards the Egyptian Empire. Although the Egyptian Empire ruled for 3,300 years ago, which was 3,300 years ago. So this is like a going upside down, like it's going like seesaw. You see, the Egyptian Empire is falling, then the Roman Empire established. Soon the Roman Empire established, then the Egyptian Empire came to an end. So after Cleopatra, the last Egyptian empire, the Egyptian Empire had came to an end. The Roman Empire started. So we are going to change the subject right now. The Roman Empire was founded in 27 BC. When the Roman Empire had started to expand more and more rapidly throughout the world at that time, the Roman Empire was quite very, very luxurious. It was extremely luxurious. Plus, no doubt, the Roman Empire, they had a strong relationship between other Christian empires, Christian kingdoms like in Europe, England, Germany, and France, whichever empire came during that time until the 12th, 14th, 15th century, the Europe subcontinent was quite powerful. And China as well, if you see, China had not a great relationship with the Roman Empire, but however, the European subcontinent was extremely powerful during the time until the Islamic Caliphate, Umayyad dynasty, and then the Abbasid dynasty, and then the Ottoman Empire. So this also shows us that the Byzantine Empire or the Roman Empire was one of the most crucial parts in importance of history. Now let's go for the now why did Cleopatra and Ptolemy the 13th got married? Now it is very awkward to hear that Ptolemy the 13th and Cleopatra both were siblings and both got married at the same time when she was 18 years old. Now in the age of 18 she married to her brother or husband Ptolemy the 13th. They had children who was Ptolemy the 15th later on. So Ptolemy the 13th had married and they want to keep a relationship with the Egyptian Empire. The Egyptian Empire wanted establishment with the Roman Empire, so both of these empires got expanded throughout the Middle East and the western parts of Rome, eastern parts of Rome, Europe and subcontinent, which is all from, like for example, from the Middle East to Europe was the Roman Empire. This was the largest Roman Empire in the world, the largest empire in the world. So, if you think that the Roman Empire did such a thing, why did it reestablish now? You see, the Roman Empire had much confidence based on the attributes, on their distinguishing attributes, their powerful influences with other. So, the Roman Empire, which was expanded throughout from 27 BC to 476 AD, when the Roman Empire and the Egyptian Empire had collaborated and both of them started to expand much of empire. But the reason comes that the reason of expansion of the Roman Empire was to find its attributes and to find the sovereign power throughout the Middle East and the Western Empire, western parts of the world. Now, you see, the Roman Empire itself, they had different types of strategies. They had republic influences, their relationships, and so on. Now we are going to go to Julius Caesar's death. Now, when Julius Caesar died, how did he die? Now, many historians also lie about Julius Caesar's death. Some say he was poisoned, some said he suicide, some said that he also was killed in action. But the true part is that according to a website called History website, Julius Caesar was stabbed to death 23 times by the senates, and there were 40 to 60 senates in the Republic of Rome, in the parliament, and Julius Caesar was right there when he had glanced towards his people, his companions who followed him. But some had impostor, then some were impostors, and they had planned to kill Julius Caesar. So when they had occupied Julius Caesar, so they had captured him and killed him, stabbed him 23 times at the chest. He died. Now, soon after, in 51 BC, in 31 BC, the Cleopatra died. Now it's a very awkward situation that why did Cleopatra die? Like, why does she even kill herself? Because she wanted to take over the throne. She had the power to take over her throne, and plus, when she wanted to kill herself, she did not deliberately kill herself. She didn't try to kill herself, but she had planned to kill herself. That after my death, my empire will be remembered. Now, this is one point which I have noticed, that the reason that she killed herself to was to know that the later generation, which was going to be, that they can also remember that what was the purpose of Cleopatra's expansion. Now, plus, it is also said that Ptolemy the 13th at the time Ptolemy 14th at the time wanted more growth from Cleopatra and wanted to submit an alliance with Cleopatra. But this is not happened at all. Cleopatra had killed herself, and some say that a snake had bite her and she died due to poison. So what is the real evidence? What is the answer for this? Basically, there's no real evidence about this. What really happened? We don't know what happened to Cleopatra. So Cleopatra died by poison and she got suicide. When she suicide and when she died, the Egyptian empire fell and then came to a decline. The Roman Empire had such a large expansion until the year 476 AD, and after 476 to 1453 we will talk about the Byzantine Empire, which will be a later. And I hope you like the story. Thank you, and I will see you inshallah next Saturday. This Saturday. It's about King Henry VIII and his sixth wife. So thank you. Bye.